What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be building none other than the Kaguyamon deck, aka the new puppet deck from Ex-09. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So if we take a look, let's look at the key new ace card. So Kaguyamon is basically all turns, all your tokens and puppet traded Digimon gain alliance, and blocker all turns when another Digimon are deleted, delete one of your opponent's lowest level. So this will help with the tokens because the tokens are so easily popped. End of your turn, you may play a level 4 or lower puppet trade card from your trash without paying its cost. So when deck building, we are going to be taking a full play set of this. Then we want Karakuru. So Karakuru is a quite interesting one. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle other than by your effects by deleting one of your tokens or other puppet traded Digimon, it doesn't leave. And then on play, when Digivolving, delete one of your tokens or other puppet traits. This Digimon may Digivolve into a puppet trait from your hand without paying its cost. So she's going to be able to skip evolve, which is huge for us. And then we do have Kokeshuimon. Just looks like a doll here, which is when played on deletion, trash one card from your hand. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP. And then when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks by deleting one of your other Digimon, end the attack. Being able to shut down attacks are actually pretty good. And then we do have Hanin. When your opponent's Digimon attacks by deleting one of your other Digimon, end the attack. And then it basically, on play, trash one card in your hand, you return one card with puppet trait from your trash to your hand. Being able to cycle back your pieces is huge. So now we kind of just have this full-on Liberator support here. And then we do have Mariah Kininosuke. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add one card with puppet or Liberator trait among them to your hand, return the rest of the bottom deck. When any of your Digimon digivolves into a puppet traded Digimon, by returning this tamer to the bottom deck, you may play one Ariza or one puppet traded card from your hand without paying its cost, with its place cost reduced by 3. So not terrible. I think we're going to be at a full play set. This now gives us basically 30 cards to work with, right? So let's look at puppets. Puppeteer. So first off, we want to look at all possibilities. What cards are we going to be looking for? First off, you know, Shumon is going to be a vital strat here because Shumon's is a top deck searcher. We'll take a look at all possible Shumons here. So at one of your opponent's Digimon, we're not going to be looking at that. The one attacking skill is great, but I think we just want to make sure we have complete value, right? I mean, the promo is important. Well, the promo is not that important. I think we want the EX version. That might be what we're going to be looking at next, is trying to find the EX version. Oh yeah, both released at the same time. So your return when would Digivolve into a Digimon with puppet, reduce the Digivolution cost. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be one of the main ones we're going to want. And then I think we want the starter deck, because again, this one now at least gives us a search viable. So now we have basically our rookie lineup is sealed. 4-4-4. All great effects. You know, your turn, all your opponent's security Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP. You know, one being able to reduce evolution. This one's going to be wanting to come back with your effects to kind of get pieces back. This one's going to help search you pieces. So out of all that, I think we have a good lineup here just for the rookies. Now the champions are going to be a little bit more challenging and ratio because we do have some good ones to work with. You know, first off, at the end of the battle, play this card without paying its cost. Play when Digivolving, you get to play a token, and then it gives barrier. I think this is a possibility, but we also do have this other one. So until the end of opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't attack Digimon and gain a security attack. While you have a Ariza, this Digimon gains jamming. I don't know if we're actually going to play this promo. I think it becomes less viable. Maybe we'll take a look at this one. So you may play a one card with Liberator trade and a play cost for less from your hand or trash without paying its cost. Okay, overclock, traded, and then this. I think we might actually try this one, but I want to check and make sure there's not one more Shumon that we might want to be playing. Okay, so yeah, this one will probably be the one we want to play. What is this one? BT22. Oh yeah, this is 22 stuff. We can't touch 22 stuff yet. But there's some good backup support there. So the question comes down to is what are we taking from this? So it's not 22, but it's definitely going to be the one that plays Ariza without paying its cost. Because I think we want to have a full playset of that. Now the question comes down to we just go security. I mean, that's not a bad security effect at the end of battle. Play it without paying its cost. I think we're going to go with this promo, to be honest with you. I think we're going to bump it. We're going to go to 10 champs. I think that's, let's see, 4. We'll go this route. So now we still have 35 cards. Now we just need to pick an ultimate backup. So Chaperone is most likely what we're going to be looking at. So there's a couple of chaperones we're going to be looking at. So what on play when Digimon, one of your Digimon gets minus, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn, and then 3 or more Digimon if furthers it by 3,000 DP. When this Digimon would leave it other than by your effect, delete one of your puppet traded, it doesn't leave. So again, this now gives us this effect when one of your opponents, this protection effect that this kind of already has. So I think we're going to just go 4 full big boys of that. Because again, I don't think the other chaperone is what we need here. Yes, it's overclock and it's EX7. You may play a level 3 puppet from your hand without paying its cost. So both do something. So which one's better at this point? Is it the starter deck? One of your Digimon? No, actually, we're not going to want the starter deck, actually. We want this chaperone. Because this one, at least, play a level 3 for puppet trait without paying its cost. Means you get a puppet out of the deal. So, yeah, we got 11 cards to work with still. So that means we need to pick a Mega that's going to be really decent. When Digivolving, play 1 familiar token. On deletion, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's. So that might be what we want to do. Or is it, this one's definitely going to be probably seeing play. Just be on play when Digivolving. Familiar tokens are really good. But what are we going to do here? Or is it this one? So it has blocker. It's got overclock when Digivolving, play 2 familiars. Which, again, makes it a little more sticky body. But obviously, we want to probably, for now, go with EX7s. Because I think EX7 gets yeeted out the moment we get something a little bit better. Now, we got to figure out the Arizas we're going to be playing. First off, I know Promo Ariza is going to be one of the big ones we want to have. Because she is vitally strong. So, play 1 Shumon from your hand without paying its cost. Your turn when one of your Digimon digivolves into a puppet trait by suspending its tamer, reduce the cost by 1. So I think we're going to go 3 of that. Again, we can't go crazy on tamers, but when effect plays any of your tokens or puppet, one of your Digimon gains rush. I think we're going to play her at 2. God, there's not enough room for everything. So, yeah. Maybe we just bring this down here. This now gives us 5 slots to work with. And that gives us room for... Do we want Wonder Stomp? Without paying its cost. Which makes it all these... Basically, this one has its turn effect. This one does as well. Wonder Stomp's not bad if you want to go that route. But even still, it's like... Training... No, we need to look at the promos and be logical. First off, we are going to want Scrambles because Scrambles is good. So we're going to take 2 Scrambles. I think we just take Wonder Stomp out. And then just put Trainings in. Because again, you just want to dig too deep. And this deck has ways of digging. Again, what's tough about this deck is there's so many good cards that you want to be playing, but fine-tuning the list out the gate is going to be the challenging part. But once you kind of get the move and the motion of the ocean, you're kind of in a good spot. But I think you definitely want physical trainings, even at 3. I know you want to be on Kaguya and Chaperone, and these two are going to really help out. Maybe we bring this down so this can bring this up to a full play set. This being at 2. We just don't have something really standing out here. Like, the Tamers are good, don't get me wrong. We're playing Tamer heavy. I'm trying to figure out if that's just what we want to do. So, first off, let's check what the egg here is. Oh, another Digimon attacking, draw a card. Grab you here. But there is the one in here that we got. Okay. I'm big on draw cards, so especially if you have another Digimon, draw a card. I think we're just going to go full playset, send there. Outside of that, I think this is how we want to build it. I mean, again, this is the ace you want to be on, right? Just because all your tokens puppet Digimon gains alliance and blocker, you know, you're not worrying too much. This one will always produce a token, but at the same time, you could also do the starter deck just to play 2 tokens, and then basically you have double blocks online. God, this is such a challenge. Because there's so many good cards. You want to play the Arizas because the Arizas are important, because Mariah will definitely play an Ariza, and you have ways of playing Ariza with your Shumon, and it gets that, like, questioning, where do you want to go? What's the top end good? Like, do we play a level 7? Which, of course, you should maybe play a Rune Mode in the list, because at least with Rune Mode, you can blanket the board for a minute. Or you can go Volderarm in the list as well. They're 2 very potent bosses that, again, your opponent has to answer and deal with, right? So at the end of the day, I think this is just where we want to go about it. But someone's going to probably tell me in the comments that I screwed up this deck some way, somehow. But, you know, I think this is a good start. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.